Hey guys, welcome back. So we are on 4 for 4. We are doing this. I am so proud of myself right now for doing all this like back to back. So if you've been listening to the other 3 episodes, I'm doing this whole thing of trying to be better, trying to be the person I want to be, show up as, and have better systems to do all these things and be all the things. And with that, I'm recording all 4 back to back right now in one sitting, which I'm on number 4 right now, and that makes me super pumped. I'm so excited, so proud of myself for doing this because I'm really scared. Like I was like really scared about this, and like those negative self talks, those old templates that you have for yourself of like, oh, you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna work this time. You're going to fail. You loser. Stuff like that. And I decided to reframe the situation and take all that into account. And now we're here for 4 out of 4. Took the steps needed, set the intentions, did the things, and now I'm in the middle of doing the thing for episode 4 out of 4, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let go. So all 4 of these episodes, there's a general theme for this month is like a lot of the behavior change of the mindset shifting, the growth mindset, psychological components, tips and tricks, and just helping you understand yourself a little bit more around trying to develop a new habit, a new behavior, instead of me telling you exactly what to do, but really giving you a little bit of the why of what's going on in your mind, and just giving you like as if I'm coaching you or like consulting you, is like giving you a perspective shift. And that's very much the theme of this episode right now. Specifically, is like this episode is supposed to be launching, whatever the word is, on January 27th. I think that's a Monday. Yep, it says right here, Monday. Oh, I put Mun, so Mun. Anyways, Monday, January 27th. So it's pretty much 4 weeks into the year, and I'm sure many of you who are listening have New Year's resolutions that you have been working on, and some of them may be going really well, and some may not be going really well right now, and you're internally struggling a little bit. And this is where there's so much power to reframing the situation, to looking at a situation through different lens, different eyes, different perspectives. There's so much power to it because like let's take a look at this here. So if you were trying to oopsie, Mike, hello, trying to build a new habit and behavior and whatever that thing may be, you probably have faced some obstacles, some challenges, some roadblocks. Some things probably did not go your way, and some things went horribly, horribly wrong. And that is okay. And if you haven't thought of this yet, is whenever you are doing something new, you have to anticipate everything to go wrong. You have to, because nothing goes according to plan. And if you had to visually think of a character right now, think of Batman. Be Batman. That's the number one reframing that has helped me and my patients I work with, the clients I work with, when people are experiencing setbacks and feeling like they're not doing enough and that their efforts are being wasted, that the time, energy, money, all the things that you're doing is just, it feels like a waste of time. The needle isn't moving. And the number one thing I tell people is, not the number one, but like the big one is be Batman, right? Understand that when you are trying to improve and stretch in a certain area, things will get uncomfortable. Things will go wrong. It won't always go according to plan, but then this is where it's very helpful to work on developing that skill, that internal skill of yourself, of having better self talks about the situation and understanding that discomfort and setbacks is are probably going to pop up, but how you manage your emotion, how you respond to that is going to matter a whole lot, because that's a big difference between you just quitting and going through the cyclical repetitive pattern cycle of doing the thing and not doing the thing, or working your way through it, working through whatever mental internal drama you have yourself, and asking yourself, okay, it's a technical thing. Is there a certain knowledge I do not have? Is there a certain physical skill that I'm lacking? Technical skill? Is it a time management problem? Like, what is the something more tangible, or is it more internal? Being like, okay, maybe I'm not regulating my emotions very well. Maybe I am thinking too much all or nothing. Maybe I am unintentionally self sabotaging myself with through my thoughts, through my feelings, through doing certain things that will hold me back. And it really helps you kind of like pull all that together, because if you look at Batman, he always stays very calm, cool, collected, and there's an outcome he always wants. There's the bad guy that he's facing with the whole team or by himself, but he understands that he has to have contingency plans. He can't get all like rattled up when things get very chaotic, because as Batman, he's a vigilante trying to, do vigilante things, superhero things, and things always go haywire left and right, but he always has a plan. He always is anticipating the worst things to happen, and he stays okay with it, because then he still gets to the outcome. And the episode, maybe if it was like maybe for the whole episode, like a cartoon episode of like Batman, maybe if his plan would have went perfectly and smoothly, he would have caught the criminal in like 2 minutes. But then the episode became a 30-minute episode, because he had to go down the side quest, do this, do that. But along the way, he had a plan. And if he didn't have a plan, he was faced with different choices along the way that he probably anticipated, and made better decisions, regulated himself internally, so then he can make decisions that will move him closer, move him forward to the outcome he's wanting, which is catching the bad guy. And there's a lot of nuggets in that you can apply to yourself right now. If you're experiencing setbacks, if you're experiencing thoughts of quitting, and feeling you're not doing enough, then this is where it's like, okay, what was the plan? And if you're experiencing setbacks, did you even think about how you're going to like handle those setbacks, those obstacles, those challenges? Like tactically and technically, like what the thing was. Say something popped up on your schedule, or something like physical happened, or even how you're going to manage yourself and how you respond. So those are really big things, and reframing it matters a whole lot. And then the next thing that I would want to add to that is, it's okay that you aren't very good at doing that just yet. It's okay that you don't have that habit just yet. Maybe it's because you're thinking to yourself, man, you've been really trying to work on your fitness this month so far, and you just can't build that discipline with yourself, right? You're having that hard time building the discipline. But if we break that down a little bit more, discipline is kind of more of like a very vague general thing. But if you to label somebody by looking at the series of actions, the series of skills that they have heightened and reinforced and practice over time. Like, for example, me going to the gym, however many days a week I am doing and stuff like that, like I have been doing this for 10 plus years, to where I have built and reinforced and practiced a lot of those internal skills, those series of skills of willpower, of self-talk, of emotional regulation, of time management, of problem solving, all those things for this particular habit and domain, that now I have less resistance to it. But if you were to ask me to do this, like say, and also fun fact, I applied to a PhD program, and hopefully I get accepted. Waiting to hear back in a second. But I have hesitation and fear about going back to school and being in an academic setting, right? And me thinking, oh my God, am I cut out for this? Can I be challenged at this high level in academia? I haven't studied for a test in so long. Do I know how to do that again? Do I know how to sit down and manage my time for it? And what if I'm in these classes and I feel stupid? I feel like I'm experiencing imposter syndrome. I feel like I don't fit in, that this isn't for me, that I'm going to fail. Or what if I get a bad grade on a test, or I get constructive criticism to where it doesn't feel good? How am I going to respond to that? And maybe because I haven't been in school for a while, that first month, that first couple months might be a little bit uncomfortable and I might get overwhelmed a little bit. But understanding that since you've done hard things before, then you can do hard things again, and accepting and understanding that it's not just being quote unquote disciplined, because that's really vague. It's you're building those set of internal skills that you get to over time. The more practice you get, you get to have, and the more you reinforce it, and you turn the dial up on those, the better you're going to get at whatever the thing is. And so you can problem solve and learn: is this how I am? Can you better regulate yourself, or can you better find the solution in what the thing is? So reframing the situation and having that level of understanding with yourself really does help when you are experiencing setbacks, plateaus, and trying to sift through the chaotic mess to try to find what the answer is. And the answer doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be, okay, what is a solution, not the solution, a solution to this sticky situation I'm in, to help me at least just move one step forward. And I mentioned earlier about templates, and this is a really cool psychological thing I was listening to the other day when it comes to the science behind self-sabotaging and templates. So, excuse me. So I might be a little rusty on this one, but I'm still kind of mulling over it and dissecting it. So think many of us have templates, internal, emotional, psychological templates that we have for ourselves. And many of us have templates in how we, do things and how we feel things. And excuse me. And those templates may not always serve us very well, right? Excuse me here. Here, let me actually pull up the post and look at it. Okay, so many of us have templates for doubting ourselves. We know how to hold ourselves back. We know how to believe that we can't succeed. We know how to get in our own ways. And if you look at these templates, they're like your own personal library that is stocked with only books that shows you evidence to show you that you know how to fail. But when it comes to templates for on the other end of the spectrum, on how to believe in yourself, how to remind yourself and realize that you can do hard things and that you can succeed against all odds. And so with that, it's hard to build the momentum and move forward when you don't have enough of those templates, because you're working off of those old, refined, really grounded templates in those books. And your library is full of those books on how you have failed all those other times. But then this is where you're falling more towards having a fixed mindset. But if you can shift the pendulum over to having more of a growth mindset, and when it comes to having a growth mindset, it's not a light switch. It's not something that you can just flicker on and off whenever you need to. It's a continuous, repetitive practice. It's the fee, it's the rent that you must pay every single day. And over time, you're able to jump in that state easier, because maybe that's not your default state yet. And so yet it can become a default. And that department of the library, that section of growth mindset books, is that there's going to be templates for you to know how to believe in yourself. There's templates for you knowing how to give yourself grace, templates for how you show yourself self-compassion, and for what success can look like to you. And these are new books, new templates that you are putting into your library that are still a work in progress. They're not fully laminated just yet. The binding's not even on it just yet. You're still laying down the pages, and it just takes time. And so with that, if you can acknowledge that you have those old templates and that you are in the middle of working on building those new ones, and the more you can revisit those templates and look at those books, and the more you can start operating through those new templates instead of your old default ones, and then those new ones can become your new default. And so whenever you come to you're experiencing quote unquote a setback, then you know how to behave both internally and physically, and then you can better solve your problem of being like, okay, is it a knowledge that I am lacking in this situation? Is there something that I have that's incorrect? Am I eating the wrong amount of protein for where I'm at right now? Or like, I don't know how to be in a caloric deficit. If you're trying to lose weight, then maybe the coach or the calculator that you were using was incorrect. Maybe you just need to look at somebody else and work with somebody else and get the information without being internally self-destructive with yourself. You know that, hey, it's just, okay, I listened to maybe the wrong person. Maybe I need to look at this person. This person might be more credible. And then you can start flipping the script and reframing the situation and reminding yourself to just be Batman. And then that way you can solve your problem. There's a gap that you are experiencing. You can close it faster. And the faster you can close it, then you can get on to the next problem and then close that one and then move forward. And then you can have some speed, because speed is huge when it comes to people who are successful in whatever the thing is that they're trying to be successful in. And so if you're experiencing setbacks and if you're experiencing the feeling of inadequacy and wanting to quit and starting to think that this isn't for you, I would challenge you to challenge those templates, like your mindset. Are you swinging the pendulum more towards a fixed mindset? Are you using those old templates and thinking those old ways and telling yourself those stories when the new ones just aren't well ready yet? But that doesn't mean you can't use them. That doesn't mean that you can't start trying. And with that, understanding and accepting and embracing the fact that discomfort is a part of the whole human experience. It's normal to experience discomfort. It's normal to experience doubting yourself of like, is this going to work? Well, you won't know until you try. So feel your feelings and you got this. I believe in you, because all of you guys can do whatever you set your minds to. You just have to believe in yourself, have a lot of that internal work. It's honestly, personal development is a complete scam. It's just, it doesn't get easier. You just get tougher. But then the challenges get bigger and the monsters get bigger and the dragons get larger. And then you just have more swords and machetes and nation of tanks behind you. And then you're going to war and you're basically like Godzilla versus King Kong. Just fighting back and forth. That took a direction. If you understood that, cool. If you didn't, that's completely okay. I'm on episode 4 of 4, and we got this. We did this. Woo! I'm so proud of this. This is fuck yes. Woo! Very proud of this. And if you guys are listening, thank you so much. I don't know what the theme for the episodes are for February just yet. We'll see. Gonna work on that. Gonna see, but definitely remember, I am a very big like physiology, exercise, strength conditioning, nutrition, sciences type of guy. But I very, very much care a lot about the mindset, the psychological component when it comes to all these behavior change stuff, because the exercise and nutritional sciences, that's like the ones and zeros, right? That's things you can go on ChatGPT and figure out pretty quickly, get a direction of what to do or where to go. But the human, this is the coaching, this is the connection, this is the stuff that you can't just, this is the stuff that it has to be communicated. And I hope I'm getting better at the storytelling and communicating. And I think I'm getting better clarity of who I'm talking to and who you guys are. And if you guys vibe with me, fuck with me, then this is super sick. And if this is helpful, please let me know. If you think this sucks, please let me know. And I can't wait for the next episodes for February. It'll be a mixture of behavior change stuff, psychology stuff that I continue to learn, because I too am trying to better understand myself, understand the world, and how I am trying to better myself and achieve new heights, transcend all that stuff. But I'll make sure to bring in the exercise, nutritional science knowledge in here too. Everything will just be microdosed along the way. We'll see how things go. I'll figure it out. But Anyways, thanks for listening. I believe in you guys. Believe in yourself. Change the story. Y'all got this. And now go call your mom.